Jay, heading into this game against Colorado, what are you seeing from their offense, and what's been key for you in your preparation this season?
Just film study. They have athletic guys on the outside. They got a good running back. Um, just studying our keys. Just going with the game plan that we have for the week.
What do you see from Brandon Rice in particular?
Physical guy, big guy. He can move. He's really good. I like him.
Looking at that last play where you got the pick. Not first of all, not only what was the feeling when you knew that you kind of iced the game there, but also what did you see? Because going back and looking at that tape, it was a really nice play on the ball that you saw.
They had ran the same formation earlier in that drive, so I had seen it before. So I just gave a different look and had a great outcome. It was great.
Is that something that when you go through tape, in your room, with Rod, that's the kind of thing where he says like, "Hey, look out for this," or is that something you had kind of studied on your own and noticed and saw, and you could give a different look there?
Really both. Just you got critiquing your game throughout the game, just knowing what routes you're gonna get from this leverage, just knowing that you're gonna get a certain combo of routes from when you're on the ball and when you're off the ball, just knowing those things, and my coaches helped me out a lot with that.
Is that the first game-sealing interception you've had in your career?
I had some in high school, but yeah, in my career in college, yes.
Different look in that, were you playing press earlier in the drive and then?
Yeah, I was pressed up early in the drive. I broke up the out route earlier that drive, and then they came back to the out route with the number one receiver.
What has it been like mentally, DJ, where obviously last year you closed out strong, you had that big play against SC, it's big moments. This year when you've had good ones and also some tougher ones, particularly Stanford.
Yeah.
What has just mentally that been like for you the last couple of weeks where even this past game, you have moments where there's a penalty where we can argue about the penalty, but there's a penalty there. Obviously you're trying to make plays, but not everything can go your way. That's part of playing corner.
It's part of the game, man. Just playing corner, just having that next play mentality in your head, just knowing that my teammates got my back, I got their back, and just playing the call that we get and just doing it 110%.
You guys had a great pass rush against UCLA. We hear kind of when that happens, it allows the DBs to play a little bit more freely. Did you kind of feel like that?
Oh yeah.
How did that affect you against UCLA?
I most definitely felt like it was more of a rush in the backfield, and everyone could tell. Then the quarterback didn't have a lot of time to scramble around in the pocket or try to make extra plays a lot. So yeah, it felt great knowing that my guys up front was handling business for sure.
Kind of hear that as a DB, you basically have 3 seconds before you start entering the free roam, and it's harder to keep track of a man. I mean, was it relieving in that game in particular, especially against a lot of guys that can get open in our speed, that you had that rush where you're not really worried about 3, 4, 5 seconds down the road, especially with a guy that can move like DTR could?
Oh yeah, for sure. It was definitely good having our front just doing their job, handling their business in the front, because the front helps the coverage. The front end helps the back end.
Is that something you guys have seen a little bit more this year, of just seeing how those two tie in maybe a little bit more than in previous years?
Yes, for sure. We're definitely growing with it as well. The front end ties into the back end, and we just elevate from there.
How did you stay ready? You missed a lot of fall and some of the first week of practice and game. How did you stay ready during that time, and what was the key to being prepared and stepping in against Ohio State and all these games and playing so well?
Just taking it on myself, just knowing that I'm going to have to be prepared. So just doing extra work on the offside, from field to finding ways I can work out. Yeah.
You guys have faced some really talented wide receiver cores. Obviously, Ohio State's up there, and then Stanford with a lot of big physical guys.
Yeah.
What have been some takeaways for you from playing groups like that you think are going to help the rest of the season?
It was great playing those guys. They're very athletic, fast guys. They know the game. So it was great seeing them early on, just to get a movement of the game, because I was put into a position that I was playing, but I wasn't playing a whole lot. And just seeing those guys early in my career of playing a lot, that helped a lot for me. Yeah.